Hi, welcome. Today we're going to be working on the Punch Happy Christmas Tree pattern, and we're going to be just talking about how to make it work with a napkin and on some pattern paper. So we're going to be making some modifications. So I know some of you have some questions about how to fold a napkin, and basically folds 1 and 2 have already been made, and we're just going to be focusing here on fold number 3 and 4. So this point just needs to be folded into thirds. So we'll take this side that has the 2 folds and we'll use our pattern on that side. And we're just using it as a guide, so we're just going to use a paper clip for now. And we'll go ahead and line it up. And it is a little bit tricky to work with the napkin. It's a lot thicker of a material than just the paper. So if we give ourselves just a little bit of space here to accommodate that instead of coming all the way up to the edge. And then we'll go ahead tuck these 2 edges to this one. Make sure we got a good fold. Then bring this back over top. Sometimes we have to just make sure we kind of roll the tip of the paper just a little bit so we get a nice straight point. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and we'll put a pattern on top. And again, we need to leave like an exaggerated border here so that we're able to accommodate all the extra layers. The snowflakes will always have 12 layers, but this napkin is quite a bit thicker than a normal piece of paper. So we need to make sure we have extra space. I'm going to leave out the center piece. I'm not going to worry about cutting it out. I'm just going to focus on cutting out the Christmas tree. So here we go. And by focusing on just cutting out this Christmas tree, we should still be able to see some of the pattern in the center. That's part of the reason for using the napkin, is for keeping that pattern. If we find something we really like the pattern, whether it's Christmas wrapping paper or it's a napkin, and we really want to keep the pattern, sometimes we'll alter the snowflake to fit the pattern so it'll kind of show it off a little bit more. Just go ahead as you're cutting, just keep going off the edge. Just keep kind of extend that line straight off so we keep our point on our Christmas tree. And we'll go ahead and look at one of these and make sure it's just a cute little tree. But then because we did go off at an angle, we need to come off higher at an angle up here as well. I'll just follow this down. I'll go ahead and open up our snowflake. You can see it catches. It's a little bit, you can probably hear it, it's almost Velcro-y. Catches on itself quite a bit, so open with care. This is a good activity if kids are getting really bored at a Christmas party, or and there's just not anything there to entertain them. Maybe preteens-ish age, or this is a good thing to keep them distracted for a little while. It's always good for adults too. See, by leaving the center, we kind of emphasize the plaid design instead of having the cutaway. So I'm going to do the same thing on this. You can see the squares on this one are larger, so it is going to change the overall look. But again, if we're going for the plaid, that's what our decor is, then that's what we're emphasizing here. Let's go ahead and staple this. Move that out of the way. And I'm just going to do the same thing as before. You can see I didn't exaggerate the border as much as I did on this one, because this one doesn't have as thick of a paper. This wrapping paper is thicker, however, than what I usually use. It is a little bit waxy too, so it does make it difficult to work with. So whenever you choose your materials, be sure that you choose something that is easy to work with. If you're a beginner, I highly suggest something that's newspaper weight. It's just so much easier to cut through all 12 layers. It's far less frustrating. It just depends what your goal is. If you're just more into the pattern, and the pattern is the most important thing above all else, you're willing to sacrifice elements of the snowflake design as long as you get the pattern from the wrapping paper, then go for it. I mean, it's just up to you and what you choose to focus on. So there's what these trees look like. And we're just gonna go ahead. We'll cut this one out. Just remember, with art, it's more about you as the artist and what you like. If you're designing it for yourself and your use, then everything is up to you. There we go. Thank you for watching.